What's up guys, this is Sean and welcome to another episode of the iherng podcast. Again, we will be doing an Asking Sean. Let's go. Hi Sean, hope that you can keep my name as confidential. You can address me as JK instead. I really enjoy your content and I watch most of the videos to keep myself informed on the current property market. I would like to share with you my unfortunate property investment journey. Alert, yeah, it will be quite long, very long actually. Okay. When I first started working at 23, I was very keen to kickstart on investing in properties as soon as possible and decided to attend a property seminar course. I was young and ready to take some risk, and somewhat I managed to purchase my first sub-sale property with no money down, which is what the course is promoting. Fortunately, it was a low-cost flat and I managed to get 5.5 rental yield. Although you discourage investing in low-cost units in your videos previously, I am actually charging below market rental to ease the burden of the tenants and ensure that I always service my unit if there is any issue. The problem actually started after going further into this property course. The intention was to play as a team, which means investing in properties as a group. Together with some few friends I had met in the course, we bought 3 properties in different areas within a year using the same formula, which we marked up the SPA price based on the bank value and getting some cash back. Kindly take note that these properties are not under my name, but we mutually agree to bear the profit and cost equally. The intention was, at the point of time, we believe that purchasing these properties are good deals since it is below the market value, and we expect to sell them and make some profit if the property price appreciates in the near term. These properties are being rented out currently around 2 to 4% rental yield, and we managed to sustain for 1.5 years with the cash back available. However, after the cashback is depleted, we are bleeding around 1,500 to 2,000 monthly, although the cost is split equally. Issues began to arise when some of us could not afford to pay this monthly commitment, which we agree upon, and some do not even care since the property is not under their name. But I feel responsible as we have all agreed in this together. We plan to sell one of the properties to reduce the bleeding. However, we realized that it did not appreciate much after holding on for 5 years. And even if we sell at the current market value, we will still need to fork out additional 30,000 just to cover the outstanding loan and other miscellaneous fees. I do have some regrets in taking up this risk at a young age, but what done is done. And I take it as my lessons to not over leverage myself. Appreciate your advice if you are in my situation. Is it better to hold on to these properties, or we should just bite the bullet and just let go at one of them at the below market price? At the moment, I do not have any financial difficulties to pay the commitment. However, due to this, I felt that I am stuck and incurring a huge opportunity cost currently. Apologies for the long mail and not giving much detailed information, but I think this is best describe my situation. Looking forward to hear from you soon. Thank you very much, JK. Wow. So JK, thank you very much for sharing such a long email and your story lah. So just to sum it up for those who missed it, right? Basically, JK attended a property seminar when he was young, and I roughly know which guru class you went already lah. But those who are seasoned, right, you roughly know already, with zero money down, right? Then in his courses, he will promote like zero money down deals, how to craft deals, right? And most of them, to get positive cash flow properties, involves a lot of low cost apartments. And after you get a low cost apartments, then the way to go forward to get more properties, right, is to go in a group. So buying as a group somewhat allows you to have a better teamwork. Like, it means that you get more people to research, right? Then the money to fork out, you can actually share the burden, but then you also need to share the profit lor. However, then the end of the story, where now the property is not as expected, it didn't make money, it somewhat even lose money, and then now everyone needs to bleed. What should I do, right? So that's the whole content of the email. My take is this lah. So like, you understand, although 5.5% is amazing, right, I still do not agree that you buy low cost flats, because as a capitalist, I would suggest for all of us to be responsible capitalists. If you continue to buy low cost flats, right, where are these people going to settle in? And the gap in the society, the social economy, is not balanced. Then after the rich people will own up all the entire low cost flats, then the gap between the rich and the poor is getting bigger, right? then there will be social problems in the future. And then what's the point? Play in your own league. I don't care whether 5.5 ke, 8% ke, 12% ke. It's a principle thing lah. So like 5.5 sounds good, but it's just like a matter of hundreds. What for? The second point is all of us will have 2 slots for 90% residential financial loans. So the margin for your loan, right, if you are buying a residential property is 90%. It means that for those new investors, right, let's say if it's 500,000, I can get up to 450,000 loan. But if it's your third property, you are buying a 500,000 property, it's going to be at 70 or 75% max, right? So it's going to be 350. It means that you need to fork out the difference, which is 150,000. That's why a lot of people actually stop at the third property. And this makes sense because the government wanted to cool down the whole property market that time. It was going everywhere. The property prices was actually kena goreng, right? They fry up the higher market. That's why property at that time was booming a lot, because all buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. So this is one of the cooling measures that the government introduced back then just to hold on the property market. And then a lot of people will have different creative ways onto hacking the system. For example, I have capital, but I have more than 2 properties already, so I can no longer entitle for 90% loan. So maybe your friend who has no properties at all, he has 2 more slots for 90% loan. So how about we work together? You buy the property, but whatever fees, right, I pay. So the entire deal is based on half split. So whatever we earn in the future, right, split half, but whatever we lose in the future also split half. But the property will be under his name, not mine, because mine cannot get 90% loan already ma. So in theory, it works lah, but there have been many stories, including like if you're a girlfriend and boyfriend together, right, I already discourage already, unless it's like bloodline. Even bloodline also, you have issues where you share with your brother ke sister ke, then because of the mother say so, the brother got no job, you eat up the entire portion of the investment. A lot of stories like that also. But I would say that it's just preference, your risk tolerance or your risk appetite. If you want to really gauge a lot, right, like suddenly a lot of people will tell you this, a group of 8 people, right, 8 people, also part of this course one, 8 people, they will share and they will buy 8 properties together or 5 properties together, right? Then all 8 of them will tell the world, each of them, oh, I got 5 properties together already. But if you really think about it, right, you based on their income and their age, right, it's quite impossible for them to own 5. So when you ask around, right, hey, like, really? Do you? Oh, no lah, I share with this sister lah, I share with the uncle lah, I share with this friend lah, share one. But they keep carrying the name of I have 5 properties, I have 10 properties. Again, a bit like show off lah. But when deals turn sour, they don't tell you one. Again, in the property world, right, a lot of people listen to success stories, but nobody actually tells you when the deal turns sour. So in your position, right, even if you go back to your speaker or the guru that taught you all this theory, right, oh, market conditions different ma. It's your decision to buy together as a group, and you guys are aware of the risk and the consequences. So again, like you mentioned, you do not regret, but I would say in this current condition, I will just hold on, and your cost will be the opportunity cost. And this may sound as lame. I would suggest you to be patient. Personally, myself also, I went through this for a few years because of one mistake in my investment. Right? I need to lock myself very tight for 4 to 5 years. I cannot do anything. I don't even have a credit card. I can't even qualify for a credit card. But we will leave that story for another day. You take that patience as a training, and that will be a very big learning point or a story to tell in the future when you make it. Like now at your age, right, basically you are still a baby. A lot more times to come, and based on our current technology, just work on something else. So like if you cannot invest in properties already, what would you do? Maybe you want to come up with a new channel or a new hobby or a new business or a new venture whatsoever, right? Because this property channel, part of the reason of the forming of this channel is also because I cannot buy, but I still want to view property because I love it. So, ta-da! I think that's about it, JK. Thank you very much for sharing your story, and this is a very good learning story for those young investors out there lah. Like property courses is good, right? It's really good if you are from zero, right? It's really good, but it's just that you need to know they are making money out of you. Okay, so there will be fees, and if there's no fees, then you will be their fees, right? So I think that's about it. Thank you very much for sharing. Once again, for those who have real estate questions, do just email me at taniherng@gmail.com, or you can just look for me at iherng at multiple social media platforms. I think that's about it. Thank you very much. Ciao.